Good morning, everybody. I am having breakfast here with my honey. I have 1 egg, 2 egg whites, a Food for Life toast, 2 cups of spinach, 1 tablespoon of fat-free feta, and a cup of mixed berries here. And you can see there's a difference in my plate and honey's plate because he gets 1 more slice of bread and some extra Canadian bacon for added protein. But for me, this is just enough, and he's a man. He needs more than I do. So I need to consider our different needs. I also had some unsweetened almond milk, a cup. And then for a snack, I had 1 pear and a 1/4 cup of this 4% cottage cheese. Okay, so I am packing a really small lunch here to take with me. I'm going to go meet a beautiful friend for some coffee and some visitation. And I'm not sure where we're going, so I don't know if I'm going to have lunch during that time. So I'm packing 2 Sara Lee breads, 2 points, 1 Laughing Cow cheese, 1 point, 3 ounces of John Soul's Food chicken fajitas. I believe that's one point or 2 points for 3 ounces. I'll have to double check on that. And then I've got some snow peas, pea shoots. What are those kinds of little, well, anyway, they're vegetables. And celery and carrots. And I've got some of this wonderful Trader Joe's mustard on the other side of my bread here. And this one, I mean, it's 0 points for, I put a teaspoon on there or whatnot. But it kind of tastes like you have mayo in with it too. It's really good aioli mustard. And I'll take this 0 sugar root beer with me. That way, this will be my lunch if I don't get anything else there. Hi, everybody. Okay, so I made that lunch because I was going to go meet my friend for a visit, but we met somewhere where they had food to eat. So I didn't feel right in bringing my own food in, but what I had was I got a Caesar salad with grilled chicken. Or it wasn't like fatty, it was just like chicken breast. I don't know if they grilled it or if it was boiled or what, but anyway, it was on top of the romaine salad. And I really appreciate that they put the Parmesan shavings and the croutons on there in certain areas. So I was just able to push both of those over to the side. And I had the chicken, which was about 2 ounces, and then a lot of the romaine lettuce. And the way that I eat romaine lettuce, when it's in a salad like that, and they very often will serve not like the top leafy portions of the romaine, but they'll serve like the bottom crunchy parts, right? And if you look at them, they're almost like a chip. And so what I'll do is I'll just take them and then lightly dip a tip of it into the dressing, and I'll just eat them like chips. And they work really well that way. So it's a very low calorie way of having chips. But so while we visited, that's what I had. And I did count that as well into my calories that day. But then on the way home, of course, I was still hungry because I didn't eat the bread. And so I ate my sandwich on the way home with a diet root beer. And I really didn't eat the veggies, so that took care of me until I got home. Dinner from my collab video, check it out, shrimp and grilled romaine. Now later that night, and I added in the points for the daily points, but I needed something sweet, and I went for a cup of this oatmeal from Trader Joe's, 160 calories. And I went for that with 1 tablespoon of PB Fit and a little bit of skinny syrup, and I was good to go for the night. All right, Sunday morning, 1 egg, 2 egg whites, 2 turkey bacon, 2 Sara Lee breads, 1 beautiful cup of mixed berries for breakfast, and we're on our way. And then lunchtime came around, I had 2 cups of fresh spinach, a 1/2 cup of blueberries, 1 tablespoon of fat-free feta, a tablespoon of pumpkin seeds, a little balsamic vinegar, 3 ounces of John Soul's Food chicken fajitas, and a cup of my 0 point veggie soup. And then we went out to visit our friends for the evening, and we'll talk about that in a minute. I'm checking in again. All right, so this weekend, as many weekends can be, was kind of a challenge because, we meet good food and good friends together, and you're invited to different places, and you want to keep those options open. But if for me, what's becoming a strategy is if I know I have an event or something to go to or an eat out event, then I will just really, really make sure that I am coming in low at all of the other meals of the day. And then that way I have a little bit of push room and leeway. I keep thinking to myself that if maybe it's a cut 500 day or cut 250 day calories, that if I go over that day, I will not crash down on myself and come down hard and stuff. I'll give myself some understanding, you know what I mean? Because sometimes that would happen, but I haven't had to do that yet. I've been able to shave enough calories throughout the day and still make good choices at that event and have a little bit of room to move. So that's what I did yesterday. And then my friend is a very good cook, so it's really hard not to taste all the things. But what happened was, we go through like the food line, and at the end is the salad. So instead of keeping that to the end, I start at the salad and I lay that down on the bottom of the plate, and that's just my base for everything. And then I kind of work backwards. So I'll put other veggies on there, and then I'll go and find the lean meat. And she had this wonderful chicken breast that it was shredded, and I could put a little bit of that on top. I kept it down to about 2 ounces of that. And then, and no dressing. So instead of dressing, I used, because it was like a taco night, so I used salsa as my dressing, and that's a great tip. Salsa works amazing as a dressing. If you don't want any points and you want something really low in fat, salsa is always a good choice for that. So, so that's what I did. And guess what? I had 2 Thin Mint Girl Scout cookies for dessert, and also and hubby gave me a half of a fudge stripe cookie, so I had that as well. And I had enough calories and points to have that and end up with points as well. So it worked out. I had that leeway room that I needed, and did really well. So Thin Mint cookies from Girl Scouts used to be my favorite, and I could eat like a whole half a sleeve or a sleeve at a time or something. I don't know how, because when you put that in, oh my goodness, like I think 2 cookies was 4 points and like 80 calories or something like that. So I can't imagine eating a whole sleeve of those and then just, dealing with all those calories. Those are really good cookies though. What were your favorite Girl Scout cookies? Mine were the Thin Mints and probably the Samoas. And yeah, those were probably my favorites. So how about yours? I hope you had a good weekend. Wednesday's coming, weigh-in Wednesday's coming, and I'm just gonna keep plowing forward and do this. Today is a minus 250 day. So yeah, let's see what that looks like. I already had a big bowl of oatmeal this morning and my egg and egg white, and I feel like it was just a lot, for some reason it added up to a lot. And usually when I make my oatmeal, I will add up the points and the calories while I'm putting it together, but today I didn't. So then when I added it all up afterward, it turned out to be like 470 calories or something like that, and only like 6 points, but that's a lot of calories for breakfast, which means I'm not having, I probably won't want it, but I'm not gonna have a snack between breakfast and lunch today. And then we'll just go from there. And from now on, I'm gonna add in before I eat it or as I'm putting it together. And then that way it's not a surprise to me, because I have to make sure that I cut 250 calories off of my day today. My recommended caloric allowance is 1850 or so. So that it brings me down to about 1600 for the day, which isn't bad. It's not hard to do. So, okay guys, I'm gonna let you go and I will see you later. Hope you have a wonderful day.